Okay, welcome back to part 2 of our calendar. And right here, what I did was I put most of the calendar together, and then I'm showing you what I'm doing for the month of December. And one of those cards that I had showed and what materials we were using, I taped it down to create a pocket on the top of the calendar. And then all those cut aparts that I made, we put into the pocket itself. And then I created like a little side pocket with one of the squared cutouts. And then what I do is I take, sometimes it's stickers I place down as decoration along the top. We added, I want to say it was "'Tis the Season" on that little green sticker on the bottom. Add some postage stamps on the stickers, and then I always also add chipboard pieces, which is what you see down there on the bottom. And on this one it looks like I'm using 2, trying to figure out placement, and I always go by just feel on where everything should go. And a lot of times I'll use hot glue, and depending on how heavy it is, I may use glue dots. It just depends. And then we're just going to attach that one. Some more hot glue. And as you can see, it's not an exact science, because I wasn't sure if I wanted to put it up on the top, but I really wanted to put something down on the bottom where the dates go. So because it was just slightly too big, I decided to put it on the top and then grab maybe some stickers that I could put down on the bottom and in that open section where it says December with the days. And that's what I like about that page I showed where it had all those cut aparts, because there was a whole line of postage stamps. So what I did was I cut them out, and then glue dots, ATG gun, whatever it is that you have handy, you can just put some tape on it. You could even use foam tape, you know, if you wanted to give it some dimension. I think I used a dimensional right there. So I was able to use the 3 postage stamps. 2 of them are flat to the chipboard, and then the third one has a little dimension. And with it being, you know, just a little dimensional, it doesn't create too much of a lift where it makes it, you know, too thick or bulky. So, you know, you can use your discretion, however, you know, you feel as far as with what you're doing, because it's always a personal aesthetic choice. So at sometimes, you know, you could feel like you're maybe going too far, but then I just wanted it to be really pretty, because the idea was that you would be able to use this for keepsakes, or you can make journaling notes of just things that you wanted to remember about the different months. So now I'm going backwards through it to show you what I did for some of the other months. That's August. We have July there. And then this one is June, May, April, March, February, and January. And then the next thing that I would do would be to decorate the front side. I don't do anything on the back because that would never be flipped over or shown. So my thing is the very front. And what I do is I get 2 of the 12 by 12 paper pads, because whoever I'm doing it for, I make sure that the front paper is from their month, whatever their birth month is. And then you can see I got some bling on it, flowers. I put some Scrabble tiles in the recipient's initials on the front. The bling I got from Michaels. This is just showing you the brand. And the Petaloo flowers. And then Tim Holtz has some really nice metal pieces that you can use, and this is just a few that I had left over. And then the next step is, how are we going to hang it? The very first ones I did, I put grommets in it, like you can see here, and I'm going to show you how we do that. Excuse me. And with the grommets, I had a hard time finding a hook for it to fit. So now this one is my third one that I've put together. I think I've come up with a better solution. So here's the grommet. We're going to use our crocodile to create the hole and, you know, put the grommet in. I call it grommet. I don't know. I forget what it's called. From my sewing days, we'll just call it a grommet. And then I find the center of the calendar. And on the paper, there just so happened there was a little circular design, and I just used that as my center. So that way, on all the boards, it would be even. Now, from here, I'm going to show you really putting in the rest of the grommets. And while that's going on, I'm going to let the music play, and then I'm going to come back with the solution for actually hanging up the calendar. Now right in here, after I put in this grommet, I'm checking for some pages, because right here on my desk you can see some cutouts that I have, and some of them I think fell out when I was trying to like twist and turn it and get the grommets put in. So I'm just replacing them in where they're supposed to go, so that everything, you know, is in its right spot. Okay, now that all the grommets are in, I have this thick textured yarn, and what I decided to do was to actually double it up. So I'm using my piercing tool to push it through the grommet, and then I couldn't decide if I wanted to do like a loop. What I decided to do was to make a knot. So what I did, I redoubled up my yarn, and I once again pushed it through with the scissors, and we tied it, and then I tied it again more up towards the top, creating a loop. And then that way, depending on what the person, you know, who you give it to has at home, they can get a decent size hook, and it would hang, you know, right on the string. And then, you know, that makes hanging it up a lot easier. So once again, thank you guys for joining me. I hope you enjoy some of the close-up pictures that I have here at the end. Make sure you hit the like and subscribe button, and I hope that you guys have a very Merry Christmas. We will not be having a video this Friday since it's actually Christmas Day. Enjoy your families, and I look forward to seeing you guys after Christmas. So have a great holiday, and I'll see you next week.